Hey everybody! So I thought I would do a get ready with me video today, and let's just get right into it because you know these videos can be quite time consuming. So let me just stick something in my hair so that it won't be falling down and annoying both of us, or all of us I should say, the whole time. Okay, so I always start off with my Benefit Ooh La Lift, and it's just this pink treatment liquid that does wonders for under eye circles. So I just put a little bit of that in there and just blend it out. Just put it right on that dark circle and let it do its magic. And then that works pretty well, but it works a lot better if you use a normal type of concealer over it, and I happen to be using Maybelline Fit Me concealer at the moment. I have a lot of products that I'm really trying to use up. I mean, this is a very good concealer, but I love to try new things. But there's certain categories of products, I just put 3 dots there. There's certain categories of products that don't really last that long. They don't have a long shelf life. So I'm trying not to buy any concealers at the moment or try anything new. I'm trying to just, you know, use what I've got. And I've been trying to do the same thing with my foundations because, again, you know, they don't have a long shelf life. So even though there are lots of foundations out there that I would just love to try, I'm really trying to just use what I've got. So 3 dots in that darkness and then blend it in. And that over the Benefit Ooh La Lift seems to work really well. Okay, now right now it looks kind of crazy because I've got these like white streaks, but when I'm done, it's not going to look like that. Okay, next I'm going to use my Dr. Jart Water Fuse Beauty Balm. And this is my second tube of this. You can get it at Sephora, and this is a good BB cream for people with dry skin. And I'm going to use my Real Techniques Expert face brush with that. I just put a very small amount like that on the back of my hand, and that's all I'm going to need to do my whole face. This stuff is so concentrated, a little bit goes a long way. It's one of the few BB creams that I've used that actually has some coverage to it, but it's not enough coverage for what I like. I think for somebody that didn't have any issues with their skin, this would be adequate coverage. But I have a lot of acne scarring and hyperpigmentation, and I get a lot of problems going on with my skin, so I like to go for full coverage. I get a lot of redness on the chin area, and I've got some really deep acne scarring. So I like to do the BB cream, and then I put a powder foundation on top of that to achieve full coverage. And even then, sometimes I feel like it's, you know, I want it to be perfect, but the only thing that would make it perfect would probably be like surgery or something. And you know, I'm just the type of person that even if I could afford it, I don't think I would ever have plastic surgery. There's just some things I don't want to mess with. Speaking of surgery, I had my orthopedic surgeon appointment the other day, and he said I'm doing pretty good with my arm healing. And for those of you that don't know that are new, I broke my elbow. So I'm healing pretty well, but I don't know. I'm not really happy with some of the signs that I'm seeing, and like most of the time it's okay, but every once in a while I'll do something that isn't really applying a lot of strain on my arm, and I'll get like a pain in my elbow. So I don't know. he said, you know, to be careful what I did and don't go crazy, but at the same time, if I'm not putting any stress on it, like I don't ever like lift anything heavy or push on anything or pull on anything hard. You know, I'm kind of babying it, but just doing simple, everyday, ordinary things sometimes hurts. And that kind of scares me because, like, even though my elbow is still broken because they retook x-rays when I was there, and he showed me, and you could clearly see the break in the elbow on the x-ray. So even though it's still broken, I don't know, I feel like I just don't feel like I should have the amount of pain that I still do, but it's broken, so I don't know what the heck I'm expecting. And somebody had asked me a question. They wanted to know why I took my cast off so soon, and I was just following doctor's orders. He told me after I had had it on for a week that he wanted me to take it off because he said if we leave the cast on, it's gonna take you so much longer to recover from this because he said your arm is going to be so stiff and you may not get back as much like range of motion and stuff if you leave the cast on. So I was just following doctor's orders. So we'll see how that goes. That I need to go back in another month and he's going to evaluate the situation then. For anybody that was curious about the broken arm thing. Okay, next I'm going to take the Bare Minerals original formula, and I'm in the color Fair, and then I just tap a little bit of that into the cover, and I'm going to use an e.l.f. Studio powder brush, and the way they recommend you do the Bare Minerals is, I'm just tapping it all off to one side, is you put your brush in there and then you swirl it like that, tap off the excess. This is like the Bare Minerals method. And then buff it into your skin. And I don't put the powder over that area where the treatment and concealer went. I avoid that area, and I think it looks much better because you don't want to put a powder or even the BB cream over those products because it's going to be too much, it's going to be cakey, it's going to crease. So you just leave that area alone. And see how when I put the powder over it, it really takes care of a lot of that redness on my chin. So I can't get away with just using the BB cream. But I like the two together. I just, for the heck of it, decided to try this Bare Minerals over the BB cream one day, and I was like, wow, this is a good combination. Because I don't like the foundation, the Bare Minerals, just on its own. Makes my skin a little itchy, actually. I think I might be a little bit allergic to, it's got bismuth oxide in it, and a lot of people are allergic to that. But if I put the BB cream as a barrier between my skin and the Bare Minerals, it's fine. Okay, so that is it for foundation. And next I'm going to do blush. And today I'm going to use a Maybelline Dream Bouncy blush in Fresh Pink. This is number 5. And I think I'm going to use my Sonia Kashuk Flat Top Synthetic brush. So I'm just going to dip that into the blush. Do it. Just put it on just like that. These blushes are so unique. It's like a gel formula, and you can use a brush, or working with your fingers works. Using your fingers works well with these two. Either one. today I felt like a brush. Okay, then I'm going to use the Color of Grace Amazing Grace Shimmering Face Powder. And that's what this looks like. And I use this as a face highlight. Where is it? There it is. Real Techniques setting brush is perfect for highlighter. So I'm just gonna put some of that on my brush and just sweep it right across the cheekbones. Then next I'm going to take my Bobbi Brown eyeshadow in gray, and this is what I use for my face contour. And I think I'm going to use my Inglot 4SS brush for that. In case you were curious about that brush that I bought specifically to contour with, I didn't really, let's see, let me grab it. It was the Real Techniques foundation brush because it's angled and thin and all that. I thought it was going to be great for contouring, but the bristles are not quite dense enough. I could probably like hold the bristles and squeeze it together, but I don't want to have to, you know, I don't want to make it difficult. So this one works pretty good. I was never interested in contouring for years, but once you start doing it all the time, you can really notice a difference. Okay, so next, the eyes. And the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Seashore Frost that I talked about in my last video. I love it. I want to go back and get some more colors, but if I go back now, I doubt there'll be anything left on that display. But I want to go back and get more colors. And I know I don't really need any more, but oh my god. I've been using this every day since I bought it. I love it. But we'll get to that in a minute. First, I'm going to use my NYX Jumbo Eyeshadow Pencil in Milk, which is just a big fat white eyeshadow pencil. And the way I use this is, I put some on my finger like that and kind of melt it into my skin, and then dab it on the eye area, focusing on the eyelid. And then I'm gonna take that right into the crease and up a little bit. And this is the perfect base for putting the color tattoo over it. I've tried several different things and I like this the best because that Seashore Frost is such a beautiful, light, delicate color that I think it just looks fantastic over a white base. If I didn't use a colored base, I think it might be a little too sheer. I don't think it would show up as well. Okay, so now we're going to go with the Color Tattoo, Maybelline Color Tattoo in Seashore Frost. This, just in case you missed that other video, this is limited edition, very hard to find. I would say at this point, Walgreens is going to be your best bet because it came and went from most of the other drugstore chains a while back. Although I never saw it at any of mine, but then I wasn't really looking either. I was kind of late to the game on these things. So I just stick my finger, my ring finger right in there and just kind of blend that right on top with my finger. I think that works easier than a brush. A brush is just going to move it around and probably make a big mess. Sometimes your fingers can be your best makeup tools. But how pretty is that color? Oh my god, I just love it. Yeah, I want to go back and see if they have more of these. There are a couple of the colors that I thought were really pretty. And then one of you was telling me that the new metallic color tattoos are not the same texture as the original color tattoos, because I was saying that the original ones, I feel like they're kind of dry. So I guess every line of these things that they come out with has a different texture, because these are really soft, and some people are even describing these as oily. I wouldn't go that far. But, you know, the texture, the formula seems to be different every time they release some of these. So maybe they're trying to see what people like. For me, I have very dry skin. I do not have oily eyelids, so I have no issues with creasing and stuff like that. I can wear this NYX Jumbo eyeshadow pencil with this emollient color tattoo over it all day. It's not going to go anywhere or do anything. And then because this is such a delicate color, I don't do any eyeliner at all. Because I think it would just overwhelm this, because it's such a delicate color, like I said. Okay, next up, mascara. Khroma Beauty, the Quickie. Really like this mascara. I heard in the news that some company that was also called Khroma Beauty, that there was some kind of a lawsuit thing with this company, and I guess they're gonna have to change the name now, because they can't be two makeup companies named Khroma. So I don't know what that's going to mean for these products. I don't know if they're going to have to pull everything off the shelf or just sell what's out there and not restock it. But they're probably going to have to make a whole new line of products now with a different line. And I don't know what it's going to be called. It would make sense to call it Kardashian Collection instead of Khroma Beauty. But anyways, I really like this mascara. I like it a lot. When I first bought it, I wasn't too sure, but I really like it now. I think over time, that's when you really realize, like, how much you like something. You know, what do you reach for? If you find yourself reaching for something day after day, then there must be a reason for that. Oh no, I just got eyeliner on my eyeshadow. Alright, we can fix that. Okay, so how are we going to fix that? I'm going to try a Q-tip. Sometimes that works. First I'm going to take a Q-tip and just wipe over that area where the mascara is. Yep, that worked. All that mascara clung to the Q-tip. Then I'm going to have to take a little bit, tiny little bit of the Maybelline Color Tattoo, because when I took the mascara off, it also took the eyeshadow off. So I'll just dab a little bit more of the eyeshadow on top. Yeah, if you get at it right away before it dries, sometimes you get lucky and you can get that off there. Okay, for lips today, I have not used this lipstick in such a long time. I don't even remember if I like it or not. But I was looking through my lipsticks trying to decide what I was going to wear, and I saw this, and I love this color. So I'll let you know in a minute if I like the formula. It's the Maybelline Superstay 14-Hour Lipstick, and the color is in Perpetual Peony. No, Perpetual Peony. That's a hard word. But But how pretty is that? I love it. So, like I said, I haven't used this. This is one of those long-lasting lipsticks, which I don't usually have good luck with because they're usually very drying, and so to me, it isn't. I would rather reapply a more emollient lipstick than to have one that's dry that's gonna last all day. But let's give it a go, and I'll know as soon as it hits my lips whether I like this or not. It has a nice smell to it. Well, I don't need a lip liner, so that's always nice. I mean, I'll use one if I need one, but it's always nice to skip that if you can. Not bad. It's a little dry, but it's not bad. And it's been sitting around for quite a while, too. Yeah, ever since I've gone through my makeup collection and gotten rid of all the old stuff, now it's like, I can see everything I have now because I don't have as much anymore. So I'm using a lot of things now that I haven't used in a long time because, you know, the other older stuff was distracting me or whatever. Okay, so let's see, did I forget anything? What's not right here? Didn't fill in my brows. Okay, no problem, we can do that. Where is that brush? Okay, there it is. And it's the Sonia Kashuk. I think it's not printed on here. I think it's called the Precision brush. Looks like that. It's got a white handle. Perfect for brows. And again, the Bobbi Brown eyeshadow in gray. I use that for face contouring and for my eyebrows, and works for both. And I don't have to use much of this. I just have a few little empty spots that needs a little help. I don't like to put too much because I want it to look as natural as possible. I don't like that drawn on brow look. But I do need some help in this area. I knew something didn't look quite right. I usually do my brows after my eyeshadow and mascara, then do my lips. Okay, that is it. So that's my look today, and yeah, I think I might have to go see if I can find some more of those limited edition Maybelline colored tattoos. Those colors are so pretty. So that's it, and I will see you next time. Bye.